Welcome to Mlc TV News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence States of Nigeria. I am Sherif Atono Mohammed. The headlines: Governor Bello visit President Buhari, talk about politics and security. Strategic roadmap of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development launched. Australian nurses strike over pandemic-related stress, staff shortages, and Coach Kennedy BOBOYE AKWA United pathways 12 weeks into the season. Now the news in detail. Kogi State Governor BELLO has paid a visit to President Muhammadu Buhari at the Aso Villa, Abuja. According to the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Onogu Mohammed, BELLO and President Buhari had detailed discussion on politics and security. The governor, in his usual concern for matters relating to governance and security, was at the villa for progressive talks with the president. They shared ideas and also reached certain conclusions that he won't want to disclose for confidentiality purposes. The governor's publicist stated that BELLO applauded the president's efforts in curbing insecurity in the northwest, adding that the people of the zone will soon start reaping the dividends of those efforts. Mohammed also noted that President Buhari, who wore a calm demeanor, received the governor with joy. BELLO is one of the leading aspirants seeking to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023, and he has also enjoyed support from different groups across the country. Earlier in January, no fewer than 600 women groups drawn from different parts of the country converged in Abuja for a solidarity walk for Governor BELLO to run for presidential election. Kogi State Governor BELLO has approved the immediate implementation of 30,000 minimum wage for the state workforce with partial consequential adjustments. The Secretary to the State Government, Folashade Arike Ayoade, disclosed this after an extensive meeting with the organized labor in Lokoja. Ayoade said the delay in the implementation was due to the inability for the committee to meet regularly due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which she stressed has been overcome. She commended the organized labor for their understanding and patience so far, which has resulted into the signing of the implementation of the new minimum wage. In a remark, the Deputy Governor Chief Edward Onoja expressed appreciation to the organized labor for their understanding and commitment at reaching the agreement amicably without resorting to strike action. Onoja said Governor BELLO is passionate about the welfare of civil servants and would continue to give priority attention to its workforce. The head of the State Civil Service, Hannah Odio, said with signing of the agreement on the new national minimum wage, the committee has completed its works peacefully without recourse to strike action. Speaking after signing the agreement of implementation of the new national minimum wage, the state chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Onuedoka, said Kogi State civil servants have been brought to the same level with their counterparts in other states already implementing the new minimum wage. According to him, the earlier notice of strike served on the state government has been suspended with immediate effect. Comrade Edoka commended the state government for signing the agreement with the mandate of immediate implementation to give civil servants in the state a new lease of life. He assured of civil servant commitment to effective productivity of the present administration in all sectors of the economy. Present at the signing of the agreement was the state chairman of the Trade Union Congress, Comrade Ranti Ojo, State Chairman NUJ, Comrade Adeza Momojimo, Chairman NULGE, Tade Adeyemi, among others. The agreement covers the state workforce as well as the local government. The federal government has held the strategic roadmap of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, saying it is consistent with the National Development Plan. This is according to Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, who spoke at the launch of the strategic roadmap of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development at the State House in Abuja. Osibanjo, who was represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Adeola Rahman Ipaye, said the ministry, through its roadmap, is contributing to coherence, consistency, continuity across sphere of governance. He said the roadmap registered the importance of coordination across the federal, state, and local governments, an outcome critical for driving real transformation on the ground. He continued, like all the plan and programs we recognize, the roadmap itself will be effective only to the degree of its implementation, but the federal government is ready to support the program every step of the way. He urged all stakeholders to close rank and collaborate with the ministry to a socially secured nation. Earlier, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Omar Farouk, said To effectively execute the presidential directive, the ministry brainstorm and develop a strategic roadmap for 2021 to 2025 that will serve as a guiding light towards fulfilling the ministerial mandate. She further said the strategic roadmap is aptly themed, mapping out a life of dignity for all. In line with the ministry's onerous task of effectively discharging responsibilities that are pivotal to the economy of the nation and the well-being of the citizenry. The House of Representatives will on Thursday, February 24, hold a public hearing on the National Youth Service Corps Trust Fund Bill. The Director General, National Youth Service Corps, Shaibu Ibrahim, made this known at the 2022 Batch A Pre-Orientation Workshop in Abuja. Ibrahim said that the bill sought to address the infrastructural deficit in the orientation camps, ensure adequate provision of other operational logistics, as well as address the problem of graduate unemployment in the country. According to him, the consideration of the bill for the trust fund is progressing steadily, having passed second reading at the Green Chamber. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mohammed Musa Bello, said the FCT administration would not relent in providing the necessary support to the NYSC, especially as it relates to the security and welfare of corps members. Earlier, NYSC Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, Ahmed Ikaka, stated that the workshop will review the previous orientation exercises, especially the challenges encountered as well as the best practices to enable the scheme make necessary adjustments during the forthcoming exercise. The West African Examination Council has said there is a plan to ensure the 2022 West African Senior School Certificate Examination holds in May/June. It also revealed that the registration deadline for the examination had been extended to February 25, 2022. Head of the National Office, WAEC, Patrick Arrigon, said this on Monday while announcing the results of the 2021 Second Series WAEC for private candidates. He explained that the interests of all other member countries would be put in consideration, adding that lack of national identification number would not be a factor to deprive any candidate from registering. He said it was necessary to extend the deadline for registration in order to accommodate both private and public schools who had yet to register or meet up with the registration conditions. While giving the examination statistic, Arrigon said a total of 52,973 candidates registered for the examination. Of the number that registered, 51,444 candidates sat the examination. He revealed that those who obtained credits and above in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics, were 35.99% and 39.32% respectively, saying there was an encouraging 8.79% improvement in performance. Arrigon also said the result of 3,968 candidates, representing 7.71% of the total number of candidates that participated in the examination, were being withheld in connection with various reported cases of examination malpractices. Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola has lambasted his erstwhile political leaders and associates. The former governor spoke in the Ijebu-Jesan area of Osun State while addressing members of the All Progressive Congress ahead of Saturday's governorship primary election in the state. Aregbesola, who was governor of Osun State from 2010 to 2018, declared that enough is enough for the politics of godfatherism and enthronement by treacherous leaders who equated themselves to the status of a god. The 64-year-old minister said he trusted All Progressive Congress National Labour, Bola Tinubu, but the ex-governor of Lagos State repaid him with betrayal. Aregbesola accused Tinubu, a former APC interim chairman and ex-governor of Osun State, BC Akande, of fostering the current governor of the state. Boyega Oyetola led an APC faction in the state and who had been encouraging a feud with his successor, Oyetola accused the incumbent governor of not consolidating on his 8th-year achievements. Aregbesola therefore called on the party members in Osun to support a former secretary to the state government, Moshood Adeoti, in Saturday's governorship primary. The aspirants warming up for the party primary, including the incumbent governor Oyetola, former deputy speaker of House of Representatives Yusuf Lasun, and former secretary to the state government Adeoti, who recently returned to the ruling APC in June 2020 from the Action Democratic Party. He also said just as ex-governor of Lagos State AKWA was rejected by APC members in 2019 for working against the laid-down rules, Oyetola will be thrown out of office after just a term. The minister, who declared that the present administration in the state had deviated from the true tenets of the APC, also accused those at the helms of affairs of jettisoning true democracy and the principles which the party and its heroes stand for. Arebesola has been having a running tussle with Oyetola over what he termed poor leadership and over what appeared to be a struggle for the control of the APC organs in Osun State. Addressing APC members loyal to his faction on Monday in Ijebu-Jesan in Osun, the minister said no man can terrify him, accusing Oyetola of working against the party and supporters. He also insisted that Oyetola, whom he insinuated was Tinubu's younger brother, would be thrown out of office. Arebesola said only God can terrify them, not man. Go and tell them wherever they are that they owe this party. The Southwest Development Frontier (SDF) urged former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to drop his presidential ambition, saying those conversing for his presidency are trying to perpetuate injustice, which is against the unity of the country. Speaking in Lagos during a protest, the convener of the group, Olufemi Osabinu, said 2023 is a crucial movement that will determine a lot in the stability, or otherwise our democracy. Nigerians should be allowed to elect a leader who can stabilize the polity and move the country forward from where the current administration will hand over in 2023. They are at the forefront of the call for political parties in the country to have their presidential tickets zoned to the southern part of the country for the sake of equity and justice. While the aspiration of Atiku Abubakar sits comfortably with the letter of the 1999 Constitution, it negates the spirit of the same Constitution which recognized the principle of federal character in appointments into public office, though it does not expressly bar such person from aspiring to lead their country. He said furthermore, they will make a clear and undiluted call on the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to give second thought to his desire to contest for the office of President in the election again in 2023. While Abubakar has served the nation with distinction, as evidenced in the fact that they have been supporters for years, it is also undeniable that at 77 years of age going into this race, it will be a mismatch of national priority to support his quest, taking into consideration the unique interplay of circumstances currently confronting our country. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries. The challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yakub on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution, and if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, and follow us on our Instagram, Mlc TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. The principal suspect in the murder of 5-year-old Hanifa Abubakar Abdul Malik Tanko denied abducting and killing the girl and pleaded not guilty to the charges filed against him. Tanko's denial came during his trial alongside two others, Hashimu Ishaku and Fatima Jibrin, before the High Court 5 Kano. Hanifa was abducted on December 4, 2021 on her way home from the Islamia school and was later discovered to have been killed by her teacher and school proprietor Tanko after demanding 6 million naira ransom in the Dakata area of Nasarawa local government area of Kano State. Tanko had earlier confessed to journalists at the Kogi State Police Command that he kidnapped and killed the victim with 100 naira rat poison before burying her remains in a shallow grave in one of his schools. During the trial, Tanko and Hashimu made a U-turn and denied that Hanifa was poisoned and buried in a school, as seen in a video earlier in the day. They only responded to one of the 3 charges read to them, which was conspiracy. Fatima also denied writing a letter to Hanifa's parents on behalf of Tanko, stating that a ransom of 6 million naira was required to free her. The Commissioner for Justice in the state, who led the prosecution team, Musa Lawan, asked the court to allow the prosecution to present the evidence at the next hearing. The presiding judge, Justice Usman Naba, adjourned the case till March 2nd and 3rd for hearing. A couple who was arrested for being in possession of human parts in the Lema area of Ogun State has confessed how the 2 of them killed their victim. The couple, Kehinde Oladimeji, 43 years, and his wife, Adejumoke Raji, 35, were paraded on Monday at the Ogun State Police Headquarters, Eleweran, Abeokuta. Speaking with newsmen, the husband disclosed that his wife had single-handedly killed her friend, who had paid her a visit. He said the woman killed the friend, butchered her, and dismembered her body parts, which the police later discovered in a bucket. Oladimeji disclosed that the head of the woman was sold to someone in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, at the rate of 70,000 naira. The husband said his wife invited her friend, a lady, to their house for a visit. The first time she came was on a Tuesday and went back home. He further explained, but the second day she came, it was a Thursday. That day, his wife cooked noodles and egg for the woman, which she ate. Later, the lady went into the bathroom to shower. But when it was getting dark that day, he said he inquired from his wife when her friend would go home. But her wife said she was weak and would need to lie down to regain her strength. He then sat in the backyard, but when he returned to the room, he realized his wife had killed her friend and dismembered her body. When he asked her why she did it, she told him that the lady had offended her a long time ago. The person who bought the head from Ibadan, his name is Oluomo, the husband disclosed. He explained further that his wife had overheard him on the phone when a friend from Ibadan called him to request a human head. He said he has a friend in Ibadan who is popularly known as Omo Bale. He told him he needed a human head, but he told him he didn't have such a connection or anybody who can help facilitate it. His wife had a discussion and asked him how much the man would pay for the human head. He told him he was ready to pay 70,000 naira. He never knew his wife had made up her mind. He added he's not a strong person when the incident happened and had wanted to kill himself. Now on our foreign desk. Thousands of nurses woke up for job in Australia's largest city, Sydney, on Tuesday, protesting against staff shortages and pandemic-related stresses and strains. Defying a strike ban, thousands decked in scrubs and surgical masks marched on the state parliament over what they say are intolerable conditions. Throngs of nurses cheered, clapped, and chanted their anger at persistent shortages of hospital beds, equipment, and the grinding toll of their protracted crisis. They brandished placards that read, "Nurses are not coping," and "Thank you doesn't pay the rent," hitting out at political leaders who they accuse of ignoring their plight. For 2 years, Australian medical staff have worked under strict COVID protocols while trying to carry out day-to-day tasks and roll out an unprecedented vaccination program. But recent months have seen an explosion of coronavirus cases, bringing more patients and depleting the ranks as staff get sick or are forced to isolate. In a statement, the New South Wales Health Department thanked nurses for working tirelessly during the 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic. It added, there are more nurses and midwives in New South Wales public hospitals than any other time in history. Arbitration had failed to head off the strike, and the Industrial Relations Commission Court had ordered that the industrial action not take place. That order was rejected, and union organizers said further strike action is being considered. Strict border closure and aggressive testing and tracing had meant Australia was COVID-free for much of the pandemic. But the arrival of Omicron has resulted in tens of thousands of cases and dozens of deaths every day. About 2.5 million cases have been recorded in the population of 25 million. The United States and United Kingdom leaders have said not all hope is lost for a diplomatic solution to the Ukraine crisis, but warned that the situation remained fragile. In a 40-minute call, Joe Biden and Boris Johnson agreed a deal was still possible despite a chorus of warnings of imminent Russian military action. Russia has always denied plans to invade Ukraine, despite massing more than 100,000 troops on the border. On Monday, its foreign minister said diplomacy was far from exhausted. As part of diplomatic effort to ward off a possible invasion, Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz is to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin later on Tuesday.
It's Local Government and You, a program designed to take you to every nook and cranny of any local government areas of the country, Nigeria. Through the program, we shall inform you of their activities, policies, people, and administration. And through your digital devices, we shall be reaching you because it promises to be insightful, educating, and informing. We are not only going to talk about the achievements of local government chairmen or administration, but also to touchlight some of the areas that needed improvement. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. Join me every Friday by 9 p.m. as I bring the local government to your doorsteps. Coming soon on Mlc TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, now to be the first to get our notification as soon as we launch it. Don't miss it.
Now on our sport news. AKWA United coach Kennedy BOBOYE has left the club after 12 games into the season that consisted of 4 wins, 5 draws and 3 losses. BOBOYE, who led the club to the summit of the MPFL last season, left after the goalless draw away to MFM. The club confirming the departure coach Kennedy BOBOYE has parted way from reigning MPFL champions AKWA United after a run of poor results in the current Nigerian Professional Football League season. BOBOYE, who took over from coach John Obu in December 2019, led AKWA United to their first MPFL title last season, but has failed to replicate that form after 12 rounds of matches this season, in which his side has managed 4 victories, 5 draws and 3 defeats, leaving the club 8th on the log with 70 points from 12 games. The club wishes coach BOBOYE well in his future endeavors. BOBOYE, thanking the club for the time spent, said he has decided to stay out of the team to move forward. The UEFA Champions League knockout stages resumed Tuesday night with one of the most anticipated games of the competition, PSG vs Real Madrid, while Sporting CP hosts Manchester City. The other matches billed for Wednesday night will see Salzburg host Bayern Munich, while Inter Milan welcomes Liverpool.
It's Local Government and You, a program designed to take you to every nook and cranny of any local government areas of the country, Nigeria. Through the program, we shall inform you of their activities, policies, people, and administration. And through your digital devices, we shall be reaching you because it promises to be insightful, educating, and informing. We are not only going to talk about the achievements of local government chairmen or administration, but also to touchlight some of the areas that needed improvement. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. Join me every Friday by 9 p.m. as I bring the local government to your doorsteps. Coming soon on Mlc TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, now to be the first to get our notification as soon as we launch it. Don't miss it.
Now on entertainment, let's join Matthias Ayodeji Peter.
On entertainment news, Netflix has unveiled the official trailer for its first African reality show, Young, Famous and African, ahead of its March debut. The 7-episode reality show set in Johannesburg, South Africa, will follow the glamorous life of African celebrities from Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania and South Africa. Recall that news confirming the show made headlines in 2021 with media personalities Ms. Hyde confirming that she will co-executive produced alongside Martins Asara and AKWA. This has been a labor of love that has finally become a reality. Growing up in the UK, there was no glitzy and sexy images of Africa. All we saw were the stereotypical image that have been propelled into the media for years. Young, Famous and African presents an Africa that is vibrant, beautiful, glossy and sexy to the world. and we are super proud and excited for the world to see it, Hyde wrote on Instagram. Young, Famous and African will feature Kanye Mbao, South Africa, Diamond Platinums, Tanzania, Annie Macaulay Idibia, Nigeria, Tubaba, Nigeria, Zari the Boss Lady, Uganda, Naked DJ, South Africa, Nadia Nakiai, Swanky Jerry, Nigeria, Adley Nkubi, South Africa, and Kelly Shwaki, South Africa. Still on news from Africa, Nigerian Grammy Award winner Burna Boy continues to break historical charts, this time as the first ever African artist to hit 200 million streams on Africa's #1 music streaming platform, Boomplay. Boomplay streams are calculated based on industry-recognized standard, in which only no less than 30-second streams is equal to one stream count. Barely a year after Burna Boy was celebrated as the first artist to hit the 100 million streams milestone on Boomplay, he has gone ahead to double the feat, making him the first African artist to be streamed 200 million times on African #1 streaming service, Boomplay. The growth of the Grammy Award winner has been exponentially upturned since the release of the Outside album, which stands as 10 million streams currently. His follow-up album, African Giants, which was critically acclaimed and nominated for the Grammys, now has over 43 million streams, 4 times more than the previous body of work, indicating its broadening fan base and growth. True to its title, his 2020 album, Twice as Tall, has been streamed twice more than African Giants, standing at over 80 million streams on Boomplay. Tosin Sanyola, Boomplay's Director of Artist and Media Relations, who presented a plaque in recognition of this feat to the Afrofusion musician in Lagos, Nigeria, said this was an epochal moment in the history of the African music market. With Boomplay's aim to bring everything music to Africa and take African music to the world, the service is committed to empowering the African music ecosystem to unlock its full potentials. Boomplay has the most extensive catalogue of African music with over 70 million tracks at the moment and 65 million monthly active users. It is pertinent to note that this will not be the first time the African Giants will dominate the streaming numbers for the Nigerian music industry, and with Burna Boy's knack for creating monster hits, this will not be the last. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for Mlc Tv. Back to our caster for more stories.
MLC TV. Emmanuel Dauda Abdulmutalib, Orange Shunubon Ava Ronica, Kayasumone Kaunika Ibrava, or Arela Bura and you. Yavasoni MLC TV, Adesanavana is to Bura. Ilekana, Hinta, Eva Shunubon Vazo only. Ibrava, Maruka, Adesatrosanavame, Parawun Reso, Omusujete, Irayake, Ilio Kukuru, Ilio Kuzui, Atene, Adesatrosanon, Anamaneva, Menako Hintan, Ibrava, American Aqua Baneva, Bedare Vazo only, and Corona Eva Green, do I have a 9 the last of us in a coin who will start to be in Magugena. But again, as a taken on Facebook, Instagram, Kamuru, Moneva, Baneva, and Danibia, do you see? I go as one of Konoka, I saw the Cotton, Kumuria, Cotone, I want Daniel,
Thank you, Matthias. That's our news package for today. Join us tomorrow at an exact time to watch our news hour via our social media handles. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, Twitter, Mlc TV 1. Also, Mlc TV has designed 3 more programs for your delight. Political Arena, 9 p.m. every Saturday. Family Affairs, 7 p.m. every Saturday. And Local Government and You, 9 p.m. every Friday. Don't miss them. For your event coverage, send eyewitness reports, information, contribution, advert placement, or sponsorship. Call any of our numbers displayed on the screen. And if you want to be our reporter, cameraman, and engineer editor anywhere in the world you are watching from, send your application and CV to mlctv2021@gmail.com. I am Sherifat Onuno Mohammed. Thanks for watching.